I'm Chandra Hodges. I am the Director of Patient Experience for the Puget Sound, and I recently had the privilege of participating in the Walk a Mile program. And during the Walk a Mile program, I got to meet Barbara.
My name is Barbara. I work as a lead in pre-service out of Liberty Lake, Washington. I've been with Providence for a little over 10 years.
Barbara, when I met you during Walk a Mile, I was really impressed with not only your knowledge of insurance and all the great work you're doing behind the scenes, but really your personal journey and that connection that we were able to have around how you got into Providence and how you've navigated your career along the way. So would you start us with, how did you get to Providence?
Back in 2013, I had moved to Spokane just a few months prior to that. And I found myself the sole provider for myself and my two young kids. Being kind of new in Spokane, I thought, well, where can I go work? And I saw the hospital. So I went there. I have a real strong background in food services and housekeeping. I went in and applied. I didn't do food services because the hours were not what would work with my family situation. So I went to housekeeping. They hired me right off the bat. I ended up working 4 to 5 days a week and then every weekend. I was amazed at how much I loved that job. It was not difficult. The cleaning part, I thought it might be really gross because of bodily fluids and things like that in a hospital. I wasn't sure what to expect, but it really wasn't because our job was more sanitation. So I was there for about a year and a half. I started thinking, how long do I want to do this? I would see these people with their registration computers, and there were other people probably doing coding and things like that. And I thought, well, that would be neat. I saw this ad for Carrington College where they have a medical billing and coding class, so I took that. That was a little bit of a hardship because I had to cut down on my hours. Times were real tight. That was a 10-month course. They didn't really teach a lot about insurance. It was more coding, but I wasn't really sure what was available. So the program director at the college was able to get me into an externship out in Liberty Lake at their business office. Then I sat with every department out there at the office. And when I was with a coverage manager, there was just something about it I really enjoyed. So then I found out there was an opening and I applied and I got hired.
Tell us about how your kids responded to you going back to work and then seeing you go to school, and how old were they at that point?
They were 3rd grade and 6th grade. It was a transition for them. They were excited about it, but then they had to realize what it meant. They were proud of me, I think, but at the same time, they were like, well, what about me, Mom?
You apply for the business office position.
Yeah, and I got hired. That was full time. So now I'm Monday through Friday, no weekends. It was a great schedule for getting the kids to school in the morning. There was a point before COVID where they started a program where they would have people work at home. That was like Christmas all over again. Because of the commute and because of the kids, I thought, boy, if I could work at home, I'll be here when they leave for school and I'll be here when they get home. And if there's a sporting event, I can get there on time without having to drive. It was a life changer to start working from home. I do remember when I told the kids, they jumped up and down. They were so excited.
I want to ask you, how are your kids now? What are they doing now?
My oldest one just graduated from college. She has a degree in sociology. And my younger one is a sophomore in college. They both got academic scholarships, full ride. I didn't have to pay anything for their college. That was a huge, huge answered prayer.
And how are you feeling now at this stage in your life with your career, kids off to college?
It's very liberating and exciting because I feel like they're good to go. Obviously, they'll always need me, but now I feel like I have the freedom to just take off and do whatever doors open for me. It's exciting.